Hey there everybody, Arlos here from Ice Games, bringing you episode 6 of my Rogue Trader Let's Play series, the new CRPG based in the Warhammer 40,000 universe, based off the Rogue Trader tabletop game, and yeah, really enjoying it. We got ourselves a navigator now. We're still trying to kind of figure things out. We still need to get a tech priest, we still need to get a bunch of crew members, and there's also an Inquisitor's interrogator somewhere in system that we need to find. So we've been to Uruk 5 with the navigators and dealt with their issues there. That was fun. Very interesting. We also need to visit. I guess we got to visit the planetoid here at wherever this is, the prison planetoid, and then Rykad Minoris is also here. I think that's where we're gonna get, yeah, the Machine Spirit Keeper, New Blood, and stuff like that. So we also got this Thunderfang here. I'm not sure what that is. You know what? Let's go to this Thunderfang, because I know these are main missions. So let's go check out what this Thunderfang is. Whoop! I think we just click. Yeah, we just click to move around. Yeah. Oh, Lord Captain, there is some commotion on the officer's deck. The Lady Navigator has left her quarters and is currently in the wardroom, where uninitiated crew members are shunning her in terror. Perhaps you should find out what has brought Cassia to the deck. So our new navigator is in the wardroom, so let's figure this out. Hopefully Cassia is okay. She seems like good-ish people. I don't know. I'm kind of confused because her station was kind of going crazy because of her, and we're just like, hey, come with us. We'll keep you sane, I guess. I don't know. Maybe our ship will start going crazy soon with everything going on. And the loading screens. If these loading screens start taking too long, I'm going to start cutting them out. There we go.
Lord Captain, my apologies. I did not notice your entrance.
Alas, a title alone is not enough to hold everyone's attention all of the time.
I did not... Please forgive me this regrettable lapse, Lord Captain. There are times when books sweep me up, and I lose myself in their pages and forget about the world's existence. Was there something you required of me?
The events that took place on Uruk 5 must have shaken you greatly. Are you well?
One should not underestimate the navigators of House Orselio, Lord Captain. Like a shawl of pale smoke, a faint malaise hangs upon my shoulders, but it will not be the slightest hindrance to my duty to humanity, and my duty to you.
Your only attendant is your valet from Uruk 5. Do my servants not measure up to your standards?
No. It is not that at all, Lord Captain. It is just that Uwe is quite capable of carrying out his duties by himself. He is well accustomed to my whims and preferences.
All right. Oh, we got, she cringes ever so slightly, a justy dormant of her forehead, then awkwardly hides her clawed fingers in the folds of her clothes. The unnatural appearance of the navigators often becomes a topic of gossip among lowly servants and officers alike. It is unsurprising, then, that Cassie prefers the company of one who is used to how she looks. I hope you have had ample time to calm yourself and your powers.
There are people on this ship who are far more impulsive and dangerous to others, and far less devoted to the God Emperor than a herald of the Navis nobility. But I did not need your words to see the shades of umber unease that whirl around your subjects whenever I am near. Were I not acquainted with such a reaction, I could have found their behavior in your question just now insulting.
Oh, I didn't mean to be assaulting. It's okay. Point of the book in Cassia's hands. I see you are fond of reading.
Oh, this. I found this fascinating read on one of the shelves, and I must say, it has caught my eye. Its every chapter is written in verse. I find it so beautiful and enrapturing. Urak 5 had a vast archive of its own, of course. Although most of the works within had to do with scholarly disciplines of some sort or another. Only in my sparse moments of respite was I allowed to escape into the pages of more embellished works. Lord Captain, would you kindly explain to me why you are pestering me with these questions? Inquiring about my mood and my needs, showing an interest in the books I am enjoying? You are behaving as if you possessed a shred of fellow feeling for one such as I. I beg your pardon, Lord Captain. That was no way for a navigator to conduct herself.
Oh, is this like the start of a romance thing that I could choose if I wanted to? Oh. Let's see. You have nothing to apologize for. Human emotions are natural. Be they good or bad, it is just as natural to share them with others.
Please forgive me. I cannot even understand myself right now. Your words and attention have reminded me of life on the station, of Theobald and Felek. I do not understand. They were merely the keepers of Urak 5. So why do memories of those two make me feel a strange heaviness here?
Oh, okay. She's kind of feeling their loss.
At the same time, I find myself overwhelmed with new excitement and anticipation. At last, I have set foot outside my familiar walls and into a world that I have only seen before in the pages of books. Your ship alone is a treasure trove of remarkable artifacts and curiosities. And just imagine the things that await beyond, but my delight must seem childish to you, surely. In your heart, you must be finding all this quite amusing.
I understand what you're going through. My own life was turned upside down not too long ago.
Indeed. I did not know. That is to say, I could not have known, as it is the first time we are speaking in a circumstance so private. My word, when I found this place, it was so full of officers. Why did they all leave?
You can invite her to my chambers and stuff like that. I don't think I want to romance her yet, or maybe not at all. I'm not too worried about doing romances in this game. So perhaps my people did not wish to disturb you.
Or because my presence offends them. Then I must take my leave as well. I am due to inspect the Sanctum Navis after the communion ritual and prepare the chamber for the upcoming warp jump. Thank you for your company.
Okay, so let's end the dialogue there. Okay, so we were being nice and stuff like that. That's kind of what it sounded like, as I could maybe do a romance thing. Was it really wanting to? Where? Okay, where am I? There we are. Do we have anything we can look at here? I'm here. We got that. See if we can get. Don't think so. We even go back to. Oh, I can't even go back inside these rooms. Interesting. Kind of cool if we could, like, maybe decorate some areas of the ship and stuff. That'd be kind of a fun little thing to add. Alright, so let's head back to the voidship bridge, it looks like, and figure out where to go next. Probably the prison planet. Yeah, let's do the prison planet first. Makes the most sense. Or, you know what? Maybe we should head to, because I probably should get the tech priest and stuff like that. So maybe that's something I should do next. Oh, sorry, we're heading to that one ship we found. Hopefully they're friendly. I know there is ship combat in this game. Kind of hope that we find that soon. That'd be awesome. Voidship bridge. Oh man, these loading screens are taking forever. There we go. Greetings, Lord Captain. I think... Was it? I think you're the person I can talk to update my abilities and stuff like that. Let's go here. So, okay, so she's... Cassia's here. Okay, so we can talk to with our colleagues and stuff like that. Colleagues. Companions. That's the word I was looking for. We got Argenta here.
Greetings.
Oh yeah, I've already kind of talked. Thank you for your conversation. Okay. Let's just head to the next. Let's just head to that ship there. If I click on the Koronus Expanse map, more loading. Oh, the loading. I even have it installed on an SSD and it's still taking forever to load. Alright, so let's head to the Thunderfang. Around the sun here. Oh, Lord Captain, sorry to disturb you. It's pandemonium outside the bridge gate. One of the officers seems to be demanding an audience with you in person. I think I heard Master Warsian's voice. In any case, I wanted to warn you in advance. Oh, okay. Interesting we're having these little, like, kind of pop-up events, which is kind of cool. I wonder how often those are going to happen. I've had 2 so far in traveling across the system, so... Interesting. Interesting. When in doubt, save. That's a good thing to remember. Always be saving. All right, what's going on here? I love sitting in that chair. Well, my cape kind of pops through it. The everyday sounds of the bridge are disturbed by voices raised in anger. Abelard's voice is the loudest of all. This is not the conduct of an officer. These are the antics of a highborn brat out on a lark. Explain yourself, Lieutenant. The young woman standing before Abelard strives strives with all her might not to quail under the onslaught of her superior's anger. She falters, but then manages to look at him in the eye and say, I apologize, sir, but I must speak with the Lord Captain. Very well, Lieutenant. You may address the Lord Captain. Not least because I see you have already seen fit to disturb him. Your unauthorized appearance on the bridge and display of belligerence toward a high-ranking officer will be logged on your personal file without delay. Lord Captain, Lieutenant Averill Vent requesting permission to speak. On the matter of extreme importance and urgency. You may speak, but I want to hear a report, not a shouting match. Having 2 officers bickering in full view of the bridge is unacceptable. I'm sorry, Lord Captain. I thought that drastic times called for drastic measures. The matter cannot wait. Any minute now, an assault unit will be dispatched to the lower decks on orders to crush the workers' strike by any means necessary. I am convinced that this step is unwarranted and that the crisis itself is provoked by the actions of one of the senior officers. She's almost trembling with tension as she delivers her speech, her face extremely pale. Albert, in no hurry to intervene, lets out a huff. Lord Captain, I urge you to investigate the actions of Seneschal Warsian and to intervene in what's happening in the lower decks, because very soon we will have a mutiny or a massacre on our hands. The vent reels off the last words as though she knows them by heart. She's clearly been preparing to say them for some time. When she is finished, she casts an anxious glance at Abelard, then to you. Let's see. There's an insurrection in the making aboard my ship, and no one has informed me. I would not deem it a problem worthy of the rogue trader's attention. The lower decks, and as it so happens, are in revolt. 30-some years ago, we even had a revolutionary leader rise up who dared to establish workers' rule across the entire ship. It took a month to restore order, but even 8 years later, we were still battling rumors of that hero had survived his execution, and he was on the verge of gathering people to fight against tyranny once more. Needless to say, the rumors were baseless. As for the current situation, we have sufficient enforcers to deal with it. But on this ship, the word of the Lord Captain carries more weight than a salvo from 100 bolters. I'm sure that if the rogue trader addresses the malcontents directly, he will quell the unrest. I dread to think what problem you would disturb the rogue trader with next. Perhaps you will ask the Lord Captain to break up brawls in the mess room. I have already given you the means to resolve this problem. You simply need to use them. If I may, your lordship, sending a hit squad to crush the rebellion is a means of ignoring the problem, not solving. How did it start? The situation can boil over at any minute, so I'll give you a condensed version. It all began when the enforcers found a cultist amulet on the body of someone who'd been killed in a drunken ball. We reported it up the chain immediately, arranged for a cleansing rite to be performed, and opened an investigation. No heretics have been found alive, but the searches brought tension between enforcers and the workers to a head. Okay, where does the seneschal come into all of this? I shall explain. I beg you to hurry. Time is running out. I will not hurry. Since my competence is under scrutiny, I shall speak for as long as I see fit. There is an established order in the way things are done on this ship, and one of the pillars of that system is the rogue trader's attention is not distracted by trivial matters. It is the seneschal's role to ensure that I've always handled internal problems myself, so of course I will when I received information about cultists hiding in the lower decks, I took the matter in hand. So long as I live, not one of the vermin who murdered Theodora von Valencias will find refuge on her ship. You were far too heavy-handed, Seneschal. Arrests, interrogations, mass punishments of entire sectors. It has driven the people to the brink. Now there is a strike on the lower decks, in Depot 4 to be precise. 3 worker clans are involved, but many more are passively supporting them. The situation could degenerate into an all-out insurrection. But when I reported my concerns, the only response I received was an order to dispatch an assault unit and crush the strike with maximum force. What is Depot 4? Depot 4 is one of the poorest sectors of the lower decks. It is home to clans of general laborers. They are not as valuable to the ship as the families who have served its specialized systems for generations. They are an easily replaceable resource, and one which is now more besides, given succor to cultists and minions of the archenemy. Depot 4 is poor and troubled, but at worst that means drunken fights and illegal rot-gut brewing. I have handled the workers for Depot 4 in the past. We would have done so again if the crackdown on Depot 4 hadn't been so harsh. And another important point to bear in mind, the problem is not limited to this sector. It is located on one of the most populated lower decks, and everything that happens there has a knock-on effect on all the neighboring sectors. Abelard, what do you have to say for this? I see no need to add anything. I acted with the remit of my authority, guided exclusively by the best interest of your protectorate and your personal safety. If you wish to confirm the rectitude of my actions for yourself, I have no objections. For my part, I urge the Lord Captain to go down to the lower decks, stop the assault unit, and speak directly to the people. You will see that they are not lying, or harboring heretics. That way, you will stop the uprising before it begins. I am certain the Seneschal was acting with his authority, but I will verify the soundness of his decision. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. I want to make sure that he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. I could have him leave. I've heard enough. I will go down to the lower decks and deal with the problem personally. Praise the Emperor. Thank you, Lord Captain. An Enterprise boarding on the sophomoric? But please yourself, Lord Captain. However, I categorically insist that I escort you. Okay, so we're going to head down to the lower decks. Oh, I can still take everyone with me. Okay, good. I think that's what I'm doing. Yeah, taking everyone with me. Oh, okay. Oh, it looks like I can have one more. Oh, Tech Priest. Yeah, I'm excited to get a Tech Priest. Also, I know there's other companions in this game that I'm really excited to kind of meet and find and all that fun stuff. Going to be fun. Well, some of them. I know one's a space wolf, and I am not excited. Space wolves are the worst. All right, go to the site of the conflict with this seneschal. Okay. Let's grab everyone. Oh. Hey, it's Warsian. Take that, scum. Ugh. What are they throwing at you? Look who it is. This is all his fault. Oh. They throw junk at me? I guess not me. He reflectively wipes the sweat off his brow in a startlingly human gesture, and a telling one. A rare moment where he allows his age and weariness to show through his armor-like veneer of self-assurance. The lower decks are a source of endless problems. Sometimes I dearly regret that we cannot replace all the locals with servitors. The people dared to disrespect a senior officer? They would not have the chance to express such disrespect if we were not here. If the situation had been dealt with the relevant officers. It is a junior officer's worst failings to pass problems up the chain of command. I have not been able to abide it. I shall say it again. It was a mistake to come here with Lieutenant Vent's whim, Lord Captain. I must admit that the lieutenant is by no means the worst material for an officer, but in the name of Tara, the girl is the same age as my eldest great-granddaughter, and she has the gall to tell me how to manage the lower decks and hunt down cultists. It will be another 20 years at least before she can be trusted to act without oversight. Let's keep... Oh, they shouted your name. Of course they were. The organization of a daily routine life of the ship rests upon my shoulders. The mountain of challenges, the problems of which I endeavor to insulate you, Lord Captain, the situation of the lower decks has been a cause for concern, and I have intervened personally on more than one occasion. That must be why they remembered me. They do not know your face. To them, you are akin to a creature or legend, one who has stood on the steps of the Golden Throne, no less. Whereas I am a man whose name is attached to every order dogging rations or lowering a bay's heating. All right, let's keep moving. We'll get to the bottom of this. All right, so what's this here? Something resembles a nest made out of thermal insulation material. This must be where the workers sleep between shifts. Lower deck gravel. We got some valves here. Oh, a door. I like doors. Ooh, what's down here? Oh, no. No, open the door.
Keep your wits about you.
Greetings, Your Grace. More valves. I wonder if there's something I can do with the valves. Ooh, goods. I'm taking goods for my own ship. Ooh. Okay, so let's collect all that stuff. Inside the box, a string of scratch letters runs on the edge. Different first names, but the same surname. It looks like this box has been passed down in the family from generation to generation. Okay.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Another door there? No, okay. Oh. I was born in this sector, and it looks like I'll die here, too. Yeah, that's the crazy part about, like, void ships in 40k. Like, it literally is, like, you're born there, you live there, you die there, you work there. Like, that is... It's crazy. Container can be seen beyond the massive bars. Perhaps examining the pipe will allow you to reach it. I want to examine it.
Is there money to be made?
All right. Oh, here we go. Ooh, enforcer armor. Cool. The sounds of a heated discussion reverberate through the ship's bays. Lieutenant Vent of the ship's enforcers is barring the path of the heavily built assault unit officer, and judging by their expression and tone, the standoff has dragged on for some time already and has now reached boiling point. I have my orders to put an end to the unrest and purge this sector. You can take your orders and shove them. This is my deck and my sector. There are only 3 people who can waltz in here without my express permission. The first officer, the rogue trader, and the Emperor himself. Well, we happen to be here. So not all my lessons fall on deaf ears. Okay, your lordship? What's the situation? Your lordship, my people have locked down the bay where the strikers are, including their leaders. We have the situation under control, as far as resources allow. We encountered some locals on our way here. Their conduct was outrageous. They even tried to throw things at us. The people are getting desperate, clearly. They saw the assault unit and they decided they had nothing left to lose. I apologize, Lord Captain. It is outrageous. I'm sure the people simply didn't recognize you. It wouldn't have occurred otherwise. We will deal with them once the current situation is resolved. You know what? Let's talk with the strikers. His mouth twists, but he restrains himself and says nothing. Oh, he is upset with me doing this. Okay. Right you are, Lord Captain. Allow me to wish you good luck. Okay, so...
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Okay. Oh, they get last guns. Cool. I want this armor. Can I have this armor? Okay, let's see. A dozen pairs of eyes stare apprehensively at you. The people before you are typical inhabitants of the lower deck. They take in their simple, you take in their simple clothing, crude weapons, and faces that display varying levels of mutation, from the barely discernible to the strange to the outright grotesque. Okay, this must be their leader here. Forces have tormented us enough. A whisper passes through the crowd, and you detect a mixture of fear, astonishment, and joy in their reactions. Finally, 3 people break away from the crowd, an elderly woman and 2 men. These must be their leaders. They bow clumsily before you. Lord Captain, you have come down to us? Tell me what is troubling you. Why are you striking? Striking? That's news to us, your lordship. All we're doing is asking questions, saying what we think. Shut up, Rivet. Here's the deal, your lordship. Your enforcers are all over us down here. They say they're looking for cultists. One wrong word and they're reaching for their batons. If they want to punish someone, they turn off the heating to whole bays for a week at a time. So we get sick and freeze. In my clan, 2 little ones died from inflammation of their lungs, all because of those enforcers. She does not interrupt the workers, but you see a sadness well in her eyes when the children's deaths are mentioned. She quietly whispers a requiem prayer and makes a sign over herself. It is true. Vent is the only enforcer officer who stood up for us. It's clear to this day who had a mother from the lower decks, and who grew up amidst ships and has no fellow feelings toward us. Your lordship, we're no villains here. We're honest workers, your servants. We've plotted no disorder. We went on strike openly, and now you've got guns pointed at us. All we're doing is asking to be allowed to work in peace without being harassed. The persuasion started a prios of nothing, you say. I was told one of you was found in possession of a cultist amulet, and that there are heretics hiding here. A cultist amulet? What's that? The Guga they found on the dead drunkard? If it is something evil or forbidden, we sure didn't know. The enforcers just said they were looking for heretics among us, and anyone obstructing their investigation would be punished. But how could there be heretics here? We know our people. There have been no new faces around. Definitely not. And if there were, we'd be the first to report them. As for the amulet or whatever it is, they took it off a dead body. There are no cultists still breathing in our sector, that's for sure. But when the fight broke out, some enterprising folks looted the bodies. The boots that came back with, nobody's ever treaded those decks and boots so fine. I can tell you that. Seems to me these cultists have better commanders than us. Oh, right. Those boots really were fine. And there was no harm in taking them, right? As for the amulet, it must have been pocketed by someone who didn't know any better. We don't need any amulets around here. We all worship the Emperor. Oh, the Emperor of Mankind. And when we're working down below, and when we're working, we bow down before the machine spirits, so the Omnissiah, of the large and small transformers and the servo motor. The same way my grandfather was taught 100 years ago by a tech priest who came calling. Believe us, your lordship, we are people of faith. Naive children, weren't you taught from an early age that the dangers of the arch enemy's creations? Weren't you warned that any unfamiliar object could be one of them? We were told, Holy Sister, but it was long ago. The last time we saw a confessor in our sector, it was after I'd had my 3rd little one. That is regrettable. But you cannot lay burden of leading a righteous life on the shoulders of the Holy Fathers. Who will you blame when beasts crawl out of those amulets you stole from the heretics? The Holy Father who is not there, or the scavengers who brought evil upon himself and his neighbors? Abelard, do you have anything to add? I authorize the use of all necessary measures to locate chaos worshippers hiding in the sector. The specific steps taken by the officers were not reported to me. Nevertheless, I am certain that their actions were justified. Cultists are no drunken stevedoers. They are the enemy and a threat to the ship. Neutralizing them demands decisive action. We were attacked on the way here. How do you explain that? Here's the explanation for you. The people have been pushed to their limit, and now they're lashing out, as if we don't know why those top tech units are being sent down here. Like that one there that the lieutenant won't let pass. Our clans are all inside the bay that's been sealed off, but the lower decks are big. I'm sure there are some people who've just had about enough. We're getting it from all sides. The soldiers have encircled the little ones who've risen up. The death squads have just has just arrived, and no wonder folks are lashing out. All right. We got some awareness, so they seem sincere and stuff like that. So what changes do you want? Would you look at that? The exalted Lord Captain himself is asking us village rats what we want. Here's what we want. We want you to rein in your darned enforcers, to quit turning off the heat and stop battering everything that moves. No, that's not it. We want the enforcers gone from here. We want to be armed. Give us arms and we'll govern ourselves. We'll defend ourselves from these if these cultists do show their faces. I've been leader of my clan for 20 years now. Getting rid of these club-wielding thugs can only improve things down here. You've gone too far, old man. They'll never let the maggots of the lower decks live without the enforcers breathing down their neck. They probably even insist on enforcers on the upper decks too. As for weapons, what do we need them for? Before the day's out, we'll have someone shooting their neighbor out of stupidity or drunkenness. We don't need that. If the enforcers stop harassing us, that'll be enough. In return, we'll find the scavengers who robbed the cultist bodies, and we'll talk to them, one lower decker to another. If there are any more of those darned amulets about, we'll hand them over to the enforcers ourselves. You speak for yourself and your clan, and I speak for me and mine. I don't want empty gestures. I want real change. They'll promise us the world now, but as soon as the Anointed One turns their back, the brutes will be on us even harder than before, all because we dared to speak out. The tally work is okay. Ooh, what are we gonna do? So I can ask for his thoughts. You failed to convince me of your trust there. Listen, unrest now. Everyone who's involved will be eliminated. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to give them weapons. Because again, I like how he's saying like someone's gonna hurt themselves. So yeah, I think that's not good. So spreading anarchy on the ship is the first step toward embracing chaos. Putting weapons into untrained hands would be even worse. What's more, the enforcers are needed to maintain oversight and order. Withdraw those demands, and we will consider the rest. So it succeeded. Old man, listen. The Lord Captain himself has come down to us and is offering concessions. And I don't know a single person in the whole of Depot 4 who's ever stood next to the rogue trader, let alone talk to them. Back down. Now's the time for you. You're stubborn. Now is no time for you to be stubborn, old crone. I got some more experience for that. Listen to us, old man. The 3 clans of Depot 4 ought to act as one. We've made our minds up. It's your turn to decide. Don't ask them to disband the enforcers or give us weapons. We don't need any of that. You 2 ganged up on me, is that it? So brave you are against an old woman. But I'll shut up. I will indeed. I won't go against 2 clan leaders on my own. If you want to make peace with the enforcers, make peace. That's great. Just fantastic. Lord Captain, we all agree. Then it's decided. The persecution will stop. I will expect you to assist in locating any remaining amulets or weapons left by the cultists. Your lordship, thank you. You have not abandoned us lower deckers. You came yourself and settled everything. I'll tell my grandchildren about this. Of course, your lordship. We'll root out any nasty business faster than the enforcers, and we'll leave no stone unturned. Okay, they seem happy about this. Anything down here I can do? The pages where you start to... each shift is marked. The last mark is missing. The workers went on strike. Oh, yeah. That's good. Ooh. Gauge shows that the steam pressure in the spike is close to maximum. However, it does not reach the bars on the other end. Okay.
I always have a backup plan.
Oh, here's some goods. Ooh, a multi-key. Anything down here? Just more rabble. Anything out here where the enforcers were? Lord Captain? It's me. I'm the Lord Captain.
I always keep my options open.
Alright. I have an urgent matter to discuss with the Lord Captain. Please give us a moment. Okay. Well, are you pleased with your investigation, Lord Captain? You, noted to the you touted to the disloyal rabble. You believe their lies and shown them leniency. Next time the ship is attacked by cultists, that rabble will welcome them in with open arms and allow them to wreak whatever havoc they like, because they see you as a weak leader. I don't think that's true. I think they will respect me more because of this. Is this how you see the future at the helm of the Von Valencia's protectorate? Oh. Do you speak to your Lord Captain in that tone? I'm obliged to speak thus. Who else will point out your errors and offer you counsel? Let's talk about your role in all of this instead. You allowed this revolt to happen. Your actions practically guaranteed it would. I would have handled the situation myself had you not decided to intervene. Remember, Lord Captain Theodora, remember Lord Captain Theodora? Do you think she would have set one slippered foot on the lower decks? No, she did not. Such matters were left to myself and junior officers, while she dictated herself to her grand designs for the Protectorate, as any true strategist and rogue trader ought. Maybe if Theodora had spent more time on trifling matters, she wouldn't have wound up dead. There is a new Lord Captain aboard the ship now, and I will not repeat her mistake. I commend your decision, but I am uncomfortable with introducing new protocols in the midst of a crisis. And I lost my temper, Lord Captain, and I believe I ought to explain myself. The prosperity of the Von Valencia's Protectorate is not just an empty phrase to me. I left the Imperial Navy for the chance to see it flourish. It was the most momentous decision of my life. I did it because I saw Lord Captain Theodora's deeds, the sign of true greatness. Rogue traders do not simply forge new routes and capture worlds. They create order out of anarchy. They captive impulse. That creative impulse was entirely lacking during my time in the military. So I left behind everything I had known, everything my family had known. I came from a long line of officers, and I embarked upon this incredibly reckless venture. Lord Captain Theodora entrusted me with all the concerns she had no time for. She would go off on her flagship for long periods to distant frontiers, on scouting voyages, and the advancements of the entire Protectorate rested on my shoulders. And then suddenly, everything that had been built over years and years began to quake, rattling like a flimsy hangar in a seismically active world. One of the senior officers betrayed us all. The rogue trader was killed, and who knows what is happening on the planet. I tell you this honestly, without fear of appearing weak. All this has come as a grievous blow to me. I am not panicking or grieving because I cannot allow myself to panic or grieve. I am duty-bound to aid the rogue trader, to aid you, to find your footing as quickly as possible. And to do that, I must insulate you from the problems that in the past have been dealt with by tired and tested procedures set out in the ship's regulations. Procedures that were established long ago and have functioned smoothly for decades cannot suddenly be deemed excess to requirements. Oh gosh, so many options. I value what Theodora created, and I trust that this situation is an aberration of the ship's otherwise smooth operations. Since the established procedures are working, I see no reason to change them. I am glad to see you value the foundations laid down by your illustrious predecessor. Why fix what isn't broken? As for me, I shall endeavor not to cause you any further consideration, Lord Captain. And now, please let us leave the lower deck. If the rogue trader desires to stretch his legs, there are far more suitable places. All right. Yeah.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Or get left in the dust. Back to the voidship bridge. That was a fun little thing. And again, I love how you could have done this a multitude of different ways, including like probably just fighting them all. That's kind of crazy to me that's just an option you can do if you want. I like that. I like that a lot. All right. Idle chatter is strictly forbidden on the bridge, although between tasks the officers still find the opportunity to discuss the latest developments. Neat. All right, so let's actually let's level up. I get to level up. Okay, so I get a new ability. Let us. That's all of them. I can take aim, break their ranks. Move, move, move. What does move, move, move do? Officer immediately grants an ally additional movement points equal to fell bonus. The target is under the effects of voice of command. Ignores attacks of opportunity. That's pretty good. Increase resolve. Get back in the fight. Oh, temporary wounds. Let's do that. I want temporary wounds. And then, oh my gosh, so many options for things to do here. You kill it. You go on. Let's do. Let's do persuasion. Yeah, let's add persuasion. There we go. What's my persuasion at now? 102. Good. Oh my gosh, I have so much persuasion. Because this is like 100, it's a D100 system. So technically, without any modifiers, I automatically pass, but there'll be modifiers with every roll. All right, so you get, oh gosh, so much stuff. Ooh, do we have? Held my gaze. Oh, some of them I can't take. Oh yeah, she's a officer also, so she can do that stuff. No, I'm going to focus on her being a psyker. Touch of anger. All enemies in a one-cell radius around the target must pass a willpower resistance test or be stunned or immobilized. Ooh. Really gain an attack and will attack their allies. Ooh, I like that. Zone of fear. All units in a 3x3 zone must pass a willpower resistance test. Out of the zone? Okay. Actually, that's kind of cool. Making nightmare. Held on my gaze. I deal damage to an enemy? Man, lots of immobilizing. Gain willpower bonus to the willpower and toughness. You know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to do Touch of Anger for now. Again, this is something I can change afterwards, which is kind of good. Let's see here. What looks good? Open to the warp? That sounds good. Affected by the resistance test. Now, Master of Time. Whenever a creature in combat gains an extra turn, gains a stacking 5 bonus to will teller until the end of combat. Oh, okay, because I do that. And if it's whenever in combat gains an extra turn, I have 2 characters who can do extra turns, so that's actually pretty good. Get willpower bonuses there. And if you guys have any suggestions on how we should build our character, let me know. Let's see. You're gonna get. I can't do ballistic skill. Why not? Why not? Let's do perception then. And can I get it? I don't have any yet. But can I get heavy weapons eventually? Drukhari weapon, Aldari weapon. Ooh. Dual weapon, heavy weapon proficiency. Cool. Ooh, I kind of want to... I don't have a heavy weapon yet. I kind of want to do that. I want her to be a heavy weapon. Though bolter would be good too. Let's do bolter proficiency. Maybe when I find a heavy weapon, we'll switch it up to a heavy weapon. So again, I can switch it, which is good. Let's see. Let's get an attack here. Let's get something for you to do. Oh, pyromancy. I can just learn. Oh, biomancy. I can learn biomancy. Oh, I can heal. Oh, I can learn pyromancy. Or is that biomancy? Biomancy and pyromancy. Cool. Okay. And that would probably open up other. You know what? That actually would be good. I like to do more healing. Someone that can do healing. Let us do. I'm gonna get a tech priest. They're gonna have all the tech use I need. You know, lore warp. Let's get some more lore warp. And you, toughness. And did I see a dual wielding one? Yeah, dual wielding combat. Character can attack with the second weapon of their current weapon, in addition to the one. Yeah, let's do that. Dual weapon. I believe I've got 2 weapons on him. Yeah, so I can use both. Ooh, could I give him like two? I probably shouldn't give him two close combat weapons. Although I probably could. One of these pretty good. 6 to 9, 5 to 7. I could switch to the shotgun whenever I need to shoot. Oh, I have enforcer armor. Oh, it's not as good as what I currently. That sucks. All right, that's good there. Let's head out here. Actually, I think. Yeah, I think this might be a good place to. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Let's see if I can get to the Thunder Fang. For things. Oh, pff, I forgot I'd already been here. I'm sorry, I forgot I'd already been here, and I bought the flamer. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot I'd been here. Oh, I'm the worst. All right, do I want any of these things? No, I don't. Yeah, I forgot I bought the flamer for you. You've got the flamer. Yes. Which I still got to use. No, I think I have. I don't think I used it at all during combat. So now I just have to decide if I want to go to this planet or this planet first. So this is going to be. Let's go J here. So actually, which quest is this? This is going to be visit the prison planet. Looking for trouble. Already did the novice one. Looking for trouble. That's the prison planet. New blood is where I need to get crew. Machine spirit is where I need that. And then I believe looking for trouble, I need to go to both of them. So I think I'm going to do my Norse first to maybe get the tech priest and stuff like that. But that's going to be something I'm going to do next episode. So thank you guys so much for watching this one. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this series. I know it's been a little sporadic as of late, but the plan is to have episode out pretty much every day because this is going to be a long one, and I'm really excited to see how it goes. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you like what you see, hit the like, subscribe button. If you don't like to see it, the dislike button too. But if you guys are enjoying this, let me know down below. And until next time, keep your stick on the ice.